Hello, this is John at Naughty Wood BBQ. We had a question in our comments about the sheen on the pellets. You know, why do you want a sheen on your pellet? Well, what do you want a sheen for? There's a couple things. We'll go through a little bit of the safety factors. What the sheen is, it's the lignin in the wood that liquefies under the heat of the pressure when a pellet's being made. So the sheen does several things. It creates a very competent pellet. It's a strong pellet, so you don't create a lot of fines. And it also activates a sterilization process in the pellet. That sterilization process, you know, our pellets are running 190 to 200 degrees. So that sterilization process kills any microbacteria, any fungus that's actually on the wood. So that's one of the reasons you want that sheen on your pellets. The second thing is a competent pellet. You don't want a lot of fines. And I know we screen our fines off before we even bag them. But when you open a bag of pellets, you think, wow, where'd all these fines come from if they're screening? Well, it's all the handling. So you want a competent pellet, which they call a PDI, pellet density index, above a 95, and ours run around 98 to 99 point something, to reduce those fines during handling. What those fines can do is, even in your hoppers and your augers, they can generate fines, and actually you can have a fire from the fire pot run down your auger into your hopper if you have enough fines in there for that fire to travel through the fines. So hopefully that explained the sheen, why you look for pellets with sheen on them. If you look at our pellets, pretty much all of them have sheen. I'm not sure whose pellets these are. Some of them have sheen, some of them don't. And you can ask yourself, well, why doesn't everybody? And you can feel these. These are very soft, though they're softer than Naughty Wood pellet. Why people wouldn't want to put the sheen on or don't have a sheen on their pellet is they're running a high volume. So if what we call reduce our index of our dies, shorten the index of the dies, we could run more volume. The pellets would go through the die faster. They wouldn't stay in the die long enough to get that heat transfer, that pressure that causes that lignin to liquefy. A little bit about our pellets. This is what they come from. This is a piece of wood, salmon wood, part of the tree that we actually grind. We'll grind this wood up into this wood fiber. Well, this will go directly into our plant and produce this. This will go right to the pellet mill, and this is what these pellets are made out of right here. We take the whole piece of wood. This is what we call the heartwood. This is pretty much just a wood structure. It holds the tree from falling over. The outside layer, the bark, and this cambium layer are what feed the tree. This is where your lignin and your water and your minerals are coming up to the tree. We believe that the flavor's in the bark and the cambium layer. So we produce the whole tree. This gets ground up into this. And we believe we have a better flavor because of that. If you look at a lot of the stick burners, they do not debark their wood. Some of them do, but most of them I see don't. And we are trying to bridge that taste between stick burner and pellets. Remember, pellets only give about 25% smoke of a stick burner. We're trying to get a little more into your food. So this and a lot of the minerals are collected in the knot areas of the wood. So hence our name, Naughty Wood. So in a tree like an almond where they're pruning it every year, you have a lot of knots. So the downside that we saw was you will have more ash in your fire pot. But what we like is you'll have a lot more flavor too in your food. So anyway, we saw our tree and we grind our tree and it goes straight to our mill. Most pellet producers, what I see, this is where it cuts off. They buy their sawdust from another mill. They don't have full chain of custody like we do. We know the tree we're getting. We know everything from when we pull it out of the ground until it goes to the mill. most pellet companies, this is where they buy the sawdust, it goes into their pellets. So they're not sure what's in this area. That will do it now for Naughty Wood Barbecue Company. If you have any questions at all on anything about barbecuing, please contact us at naughtywoodbbq.com. Thank you very much.